Welcome to Nugget 240 with Steve Groman, and we're winding it down. All right, sometimes I wonder if we are real or are we just dreaming. Sometimes I wonder if we are real or if we are just in a really bad nightmare.
Sometimes I hope it's one or the other. One way sometime and just another way another time.
And we're not necessarily being facetious at this point in time. Okay, well, Steve, go ahead and answer this student's question, please.
This is rather interesting because Independent UK did an article not that long ago that says the universe is just a big hologram, astrophysicists claim. And it says there is as much evidence for the holographic universe as there is for traditional explanation, researchers said. Well, now, wait a minute. There's as much evidence for a holographic universe than there is for traditional. To me, that kind of lends credibility to the fact that they don't have any evidence for the traditional explanation to me.
What's kind of funny is that I know that we've heard of things being a hologram or a projection. I've always gone to the point, it was like, well, they got a big projector going on and they think they're just, shooting this up in the air and we're seeing stuff. I think there's a lot more to the whole hologram thing and then we're actually going to get into here. I think that there's a little bit of misconception on that, but I know that when we went to Corning Glass in Corning, New York, which is one of the most...
It's one of the best museums.
It is fabulous. They have like every 20 minutes something special's going on somewhere around the museum, and I know they had one section on holography, and they had some of the things going on all the time. It's just really weird stuff, this whole projection thing, and so that isn't really their question, but you've gone with this particular article.
But the Bible says, for in 6 days, Exodus 20, verse number 11, the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is. There's several things here I want to say. The heaven, the earth, the sea, and all. That means all. The heaven and all. That includes all those stars and all those stuff that we had been talking about in the previous nuggets. That includes the earth and all the stuff that's here. That includes the sea and everything that's in there, because it does say all. If the all doesn't really mean all, then when else doesn't it? So of course it does. And he rested the seventh day. Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
Well, why would Jesus come to die for a dream? That's kind of one of the ways to negate that thing. But
Hebrews 9:26 says,
for then must he often have suffered since the foundation of the world. But now once in the end of the world hath he appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself, as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this the judgment.
We're all familiar with it's appointed a man once to die, and after this the judgment part. Look what it says the verse prior to it. It's talking about the foundations of the world. The end of the world is going to be coming. We are here. There's no question about it. You can break your arm. You can fall down. You can hurt yourself. You can hurt somebody. We are definitely here. You can't die if you're not even here in the first place. And so the answer is obviously we are here. We are not just dreaming. Although sometimes it would be nice for this to be a bad dream and wake up and things change. But you can feel your body because it is here.
Well, I remember we were in North Carolina many years ago, and there was a college student that came up to you, and he was just pretty antagonistic, but he was all right about it. All the youth group sort of huddled around him because they knew what he was like because he'd been giving them some grief, and they wanted to listen how you handled him. Every question that he had, you had a good answer, and I know that you talked about how he just started bouncing up and down and getting really nervous and frustrated with you because he wasn't getting anywhere with you. And he said, well, you can't even prove that we're even here.
Yeah.
And this is when you said something really kind of funny.
He said, you can't even prove I'm really here. And I just wanted to punch him. Just punch him and see what he says, and ask him if he feels it. I didn't punch him, but anyway. But the point is, you can hit your arm, you could feel it, you get a bruise.
Some people in that youth group would have liked to have punched him and gotten not worried about the ramifications.
Yeah, they would have definitely liked that. Matthew 10, verse 28 says, it's Jesus talking. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. We are definitely here. But having said that, we have to always remember, you are a spirit with a soul and you have a body. The body that we have is just the housing that you're in. I've never seen Fred. I've never seen Wilma. I've never seen Susie. I've never seen Jack. I've never seen John, and you've never seen Steve. You have seen the body that I walk around in, and that's all. We always have to remember that and not let the spirit or the concept of it become some mystical thing in our minds, because it's not really. It's the only thing that's real. It is the only thing that's lasting, so we need to pay real strict attention to that.
All right. Well, thank you.